Hello guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. We are back with another video, and this is going to be about the impact of geopolitical events in global trading. Now we are going to use Euro Canadian as our example, and we are starting from the 1 week chart. Without wasting any time, let's jump right into it, guys. So geopolitical events. Now you have to first understand, for example, a currency or a pair like a Euro Canadian is a combination of Euro as the base currency and Canadian dollar as the code currency. Here we are counting how many Canadian dollars takes to buy 1 euro, and that will be, right, for example, that will be the number you see on the price chart here, which is right now it's a 1.43586. Now it means 1.435 Canadian dollars by 1 euro. So that is what it means with the price and the pair if you didn't have that full information. Now, the impact of geopolitical events. Why did I put the 1 week chart on the screen right here? This will show us a bigger picture of the entire pair of the market, a bigger picture, because you have a lot of data points in that one candle. Now, if we look at this, we are looking at 2021, 2022, 2023, all the way to 2018. Now this shows you a huge trend in the market. Specifically, we can look at a certain resistance that the market didn't cross from way back where we were in an upward trend of Euro Canadian from the previous from 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018. We were always strong in Euro Canadian, and if you look into those 5 years, the pair was gaining momentum. Now if you start looking at starting from 2018 coming back to 2023, the currency is just hitting a resistance and making impulse move throughout an entire year. Now what happened along these 5 years, 2018 to 2023? If you keep bear with me, guys, we are going to come back to the intraday explanation of all this, but let's start with the 1 week to understand a bigger picture before we drop down into the lower time frames and try understanding how does anyone who is trading try to capitalize on such information. So from 2018 we had moves that were being made in the market, and we hit a certain resistance around 1.6 on the Euro Canadian pair, and price started trending to the downward side until it broke and came somewhere at 1.43. Then it pushed back for something like a month or two until it hit the resistance that was created. We saw a retest, a pullback and a retest of the same zone, and we saw an impulse move again to the downward side. We have been seeing impulse move upon impulse move to the downward side, and we saw a little bit of pullback in the beginning at the end of last year, and again we are seeing a resistance being hit, but we have a couple of supports right there. Now what does this mean in the smaller time frames? It means there was some huge events that happened and stopped this pair from rising. For example, there was a lot of issues on the Brexit which impacted the euro, and it started meaning the euro is going to either get strong or is going to get weak, and you can see that exactly on the market. When the Brexit was rising in tensions in 2018-19 in the COVID seasons, you can see how the market was reacting. And after the COVID was a very, very strong geopolitical event across the entire world. And when the COVID was the COVID era was coming down, you saw a rise in the currency. It means the euro was getting stronger by the day after 2021, because in 2020 you can see there was a consolidation right there. Let me try to uh, highlight it properly, it means this is 2020. That is 2020, as I have highlighted there. And after the end of 2020, you can see how the following year looks like, and you can see how the next year looks like. Now, after the COVID period, you can see the following years were very, very strong. Now, this means after this geopolitical event, which was worldwide, the markets were volatile and had good moves again. Now, that shows you that this means a lot on the trading scene. Now, if you're trading the smaller time frames, like me and any other person, intraday traders and small position traders, it means you will look at such a position where there is a where there is a global events that impact the market, and see how the market reacts. And after these events are over, look at what happens in the market. There might be an impulse move that takes month and month, and you'll be just capitalizing on such opportunities. Or the impulse move might be to the upward side or downward side. It doesn't matter at that point. You are a trader, you're looking for opportunities in the market, and you will always try to catch anything that makes sense in the analysis of fundamental and technical analysis. If we go back into the lower time frames, let's go into a 1-day time frame for intraday traders in analysis. This will show that you have opportunities to enter positions and take a couple of days as you accumulate those profits. You can see the beginning of 2021, the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022, the end of 2022. It means 2022, the entire year, was bearish, and the beginning of 2023, which is right around here, has been a little bit of a range, but we had those moves to the upward side and downward side as well. Now, this shows you that geopolitical events will always cause a huge change or a stall in the markets. Understanding such fundamental things in the market will put you at the top tier of the few traders who can profit in the long term. So for currency, the Euro Canadian at this point, what are we looking at? We are looking at a range in the market, but it's still, let's see, it's a little bit of it has broken all the supports, so we are expecting more sales at this point, but we are waiting to see how price comes back into the supply zone right there, and then we see more sales at that point. That is what we are expecting in the market right there. That is going to be what we are expecting in the market. Price has broken all the previous supports, and we'll see a pullback into the supply zone, and we see more impulse moves as our future prediction for Euro Canadian. So the video was about the impact of geopolitical events in the global trading scene. So there are a lot of events that are coming up right now that can impact even the euro, which will be all the BRICS saga that is around. If we see more issues with the Ukraine war, if we see anything that comes back, something big like a second wave, or something comes back, something like COVID, all those can impact the market severely. So always keep an eye on big geopolitical events. Tensions between countries, they always impact those currencies. They impact the flow of big commodities like gold or oil, and they end up impacting the currencies of those nations. And for us in the Forex markets, we are always targeting any opportunity that arises. We try to capitalize, but you can only capitalize on an opportunity if you really understand the dynamics of these events. So take time and start learning. You can start from Forex Factory, which will always show you the economic news that are coming out, near and future economic news, and you can keep tab on all the events worldwide and try to understand how they will impact the market. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep it up.